Hello everyone, I'm Megan Sullivan and welcome to this quick impressions video for the Tales of Arise demo, developed and published by Bandai Namco and reviewed on the PlayStation 4. The full game comes out September 9th, 2021. So, does this demo for Arise, which lasts between 30 minutes and an hour, depending on how fast you blaze through it, rise to the challenge? Yes, and a little bit no. Let's start with what I liked. This demo has a nice slice of the type of gameplay to expect in the pretty, colorful 3D world of Arise, which by the way has a realistic day and night cycle, although unfortunately it's also plagued with a less realistic feature known as janky texture pop-ins. You, the player, via one of 6 heroes you can control in the demo, are tasked with making it to the town of Vicente without getting devoured by Zooglies, monsters that roam the lovely fields of a place called Eld Menancia. Sorry, I didn't catch how to pronounce these names. While you're there, you'll be able to do some limited exploration, and hey, swimming, neat. That allows you to collect ingredients for cooking meals at campsites, which temporarily boost your party's stats, always a plus. Do some mining, which allows you to craft accessories that also boost your stats when equipped, yay! And fight enemies, which allows you to try out Arise's unique combat system. We'll get to that in a second. It's a simple formula that works, and I always appreciate things like cooking and crafting in RPGs, since not only do these activities help with things like boosting stats, but also make the game's world feel more immersive. I also like that the side conversations between characters, known as skits, which Tales is famous for, have returned in full force. These conversations take place between battles and give players an insight into how well characters get along with each other and how they feel about major story beats that unfold throughout the game. I admit the interactions in Arise are a little bland so far, and they stack up awfully fast, but I think the demo is being cautious about story spoilers, and the R1 prompt to let you know a conversation is available is a little small, so it's easy to stack up on combos if you don't see them. And even if they are a little bland, I like that I'm slowly getting to know the characters and their personalities. For example, I know Law is the party's goofball, Kisara is no-nonsense, and Alphen is earnest. And finally, I like the music, which is lovely and sweeping, yet subtle and therefore not too intrusive. But let's talk about the heart and soul of the Tales series, which is frantic combat. The combat system in Tales games is known to sometimes be obtuse or difficult for newcomers to the series, and although the combat definitely feels fun in Arise and is meant to be more welcoming to new players, at least according to the developer, the chaotic and confusing nature of battle still kind of remains. Part of the problem is that the battlefield is busy and there's a lot to keep track of, but another issue is that Tales fails to explain its fun and unique mechanics in a way that's easy to understand. The demo just kind of dumps a lot of info in your lap and wishes you the best of luck. If you're a newcomer to the series, you may struggle with a unique hybrid of action RPG and fighting game mechanic that Tales of Arise features. Combos, not mindless button mashing, is key to quickly and successfully beating enemies. These combos are tethered to regular attacks accessed via the R1 button and special player-specific attacks called arts that are tethered to the face buttons. These arts are divided into ground and air attacks, and landing combos on enemies grants you access to a special boost attack that's triggered via the D-pad. Eventually, all of your successful attacks will fill up a special gauge that when topped off will allow 2 characters to team up for a cool finishing type move known as a boost strike. It all looks stunning and feels good when it works, but also sometimes causes massive confusion, since you need to keep in mind when the special attacks for your AI-controlled companions are available. Also, even though only 4 characters are allowed in battle, you can still access special attacks for the 2 heroes waiting on the sidelines. And you're doing all of this while dealing out combos, dodging enemy attacks, stopping to heal or revive party members using items or a limited number of cure points that occasionally need to be replenished, and listening to the inane chatter between characters. It's a lot of balls to juggle when you first start playing. But wait, don't get me wrong, when you get into the rhythm of things, Arise's combat is pretty fun, and I like the addition of character perks. Special attributes characters get in battle, like Alphen's Flaming Edge, which swaps hit points for more powerful attacks, and Rinwall's ability to charge her magic to access harder hitting spells. It makes combat feel fresh and interesting, and adds a layer of strategy strategy to each enemy encounter. Still even more streamlined, it's a busy battlefield, so just be aware. And of course, if all else fails or even goes too well, the game does give you the option to adjust the difficulty, which is appreciated. As for the story, I don't know yet. Again, the demo is careful not to spoil anything and only focus on getting from point A to point B. Although I really like that once you complete the demo, you get a different cinematic feature depending on which character you control. It's a nice incentive to tinker with all the different combat styles available in Arise. And we do get a tiny glimpse into the reason these characters are on an epic journey together. Will their story be as memorable as the ones for past Tales heroes? I guess we'll have to wait and see. In short, Arise isn't perfect, but it's promising. The characters and their combat skills are pretty unique, the music is solid, the crafting and cooking features are welcome, the graphics are pretty if a bit janky, and the story, well again, we'll have to wait and see when the game comes out September 9th. What did you think of the demo? Which character did you enjoy controlling the most? Leave a comment in the comment section below, and thanks so much for watching, guys. See you later.